to the railroad people.
Right.
And the strike kept on, and he never got paid.
Yeah.
And he had to go bankrupt.
And what was your grandfather's name?
My grandfather's name was Henry. And
Okay.
my great-grandfather.
Great-grandfather. And
my.
and what year would he have been born about?
I think Henry was probably born in the 1830s and 1830s.
Okay.
And then my grandfather, George Erb, was born in 1860.
Okay.
And he died in...
And they were both, your great-grandfather was born in Buffalo?
No, my great-grandfather immigrated from Germany.
Okay.
He immigrated.
Where did he immigrate from?
From Hesse-Darmstadt.
Okay.
Hesse-Darmstadt.
And is that the people that you went and visited years ago? That part of the family? You went over to Europe and visited some?
No, we visited...
your mother's side. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I actually I've never really been in Germany.
Okay. So your great-grandfather emigrated.
Yeah.
Your grandfather was born in South Buffalo.
Yes, he was born in Buffalo.
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure exactly where they lived when he was born. They might have lived up in, if you went up Genesee Street, there was a big German community, and things hadn't been pushed out really the way they were. He might have been born up in Mason.
Okay.
But he was raised in South Buffalo.
So who actually started Erb Company?
That'd be my grandfather, George Erb.
George, okay. And what year do you really think that was?
Well, he had a number of businesses. I know that at Clinton and Bailey, he had a business where he sold feed and that type of thing.
Like where Desiderio's thing is there now?
I don't know. It was on one of those corners, but I have
It could be where the Tim Hortons is, where the Bikers for God is, you don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there he had a business, and I was never told exactly where. And then he had how he got out of that or what happened, he had the meat market that he went bankrupt in.
And what, go over
That
again.
was around the turn of the century, I believe.
And it was a railroad strike.
A railroad strike, and he gave credit to the railroad guys. And he owed money to his father. And his father called the loan and he had to file bankruptcy.
You could file bankruptcy in 1900?
Oh, yeah.
Now you've told me a story about the Pan American expedition in our family.
Yeah. Then he also had a hotel and a restaurant, I believe, on Seneca Casanova that he ran.
That's a little south there, yeah, where, okay.
Yeah, that's right, the old Seneca Street Shopping District.
Yeah.
For a while. What happened to that, whether he owned it, I don't know. Then he had a restaurant at the Pan American Exposition. And of course that was good until the president was shot. And of course when the president was shot, business just dropped off. That was the end of it.
Well, what happened with, there was something about Wild Bill Earp?
According to my father, Wild Bill had his rodeo show there, and he ate at Grandpa's restaurant and became friendly with my grandfather. And my dad never knew him.
What was your dad's restaurant's name, do you know?
I have no idea. I know, I don't think it was a saloon, it was a restaurant.
Did you ever, it was gone by the time you were conscious of these
Oh yeah,
things?
that was 1900.
Okay, all right. All right.
But then he went in the ornamental ironwork business, where he'd make railings.
Oh, yeah.
And he was on a street down near Mineral Springs somewhere, he had a shop.
Okay.
And then, I believe, he bought the property at Seneca and Casanova, and he had a shop there. And then he moved it down to Seneca and Bailey, and he also sold coal there because it's right. He had a coal trestle, and he would buy coal and they delivered coal in there.
Okay.
But he was also in the coal business. in those times. There's a lot of stuff. And that's when he got in the cellar column business. I suppose as part of the ornamental landmark business.
Okay.
But that was all before my memory.
All right. All right. Good night, Dad.